we get started, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing if you enjoy our content. Don't forget to hit the bell to turn on notifications for future updates. So, Darkalicious, my name is Lydia.
Yeah, I'm Kenny G.
And today we're gonna be...
Yeah, we're taking a look at a new trailer for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
All right.
Another trailer.
Oh, boy.
I swear to God, there was one last week and the week
out
before.
so many.
They're getting people hyped as hell for this game.
Yes.
So this one is the character progression. Basically, how you're going to be leveling up and training your characters.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't watched it yet, but I mean... That's literally what character progression is. Anyways, let's just jump into the video.
Peggy 12.
Peggy 12.
In Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you'll be fighting against fearsome foes to protect your friends and planet Earth from utter destruction. But in order to do so, you must always remember to train hard and power up the Z Warriors. Today, let's take a dive into the character progression aspect of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
They're fighting Shadow.
For the devastating death matches that await.
He's fighting Raditz.
Like in any other action RPG,
Raditz in one
players
punch.
will be able to fight enemies, earn experience points, and level up their characters. However, in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you are able to power up Goku and friends in a lot of other ways. Eating is especially important, as not only will you be getting temporary buffs,
It's
but also
sort of like they don't have enough
increase in your
mechanics.
character stats.
Yeah.
You can eat some fruits on the go.
Eating is more of a gimmick in Dragon Ball, not like a core principle.
But the best way to acquire food with high stat boosts is to head to a cook located in towns or small villages to create dishes.
Melee attack.
Or even better, go home, talk to Chi-Chi, and ask her to create a full-course meal for you. You'll have to go on the hunt as you'll be needing ingredients, as well as recipes, which you can acquire through subquests or by talking to NPCs.
Stuff. I guess so.
Searching through areas and collecting Z orbs is essential for acquiring super attacks. You're able to collect different Z orbs.
That's not how they learn the techniques.
Really?
Colored Z orbs are typically found in areas that are related to their color.
I'm getting like this, like,
once you've acquired
Superman
the necessary Z orbs,
flying through the rings,
and unlock slots to acquire new special attacks or power up existing ones. In order to unlock skills with the green icon,
I'm so sorry about
you must
the Facebook
visit training grounds located in different areas. In order to access the different training options, you must use D medals, which can be found all over the world. Searching for key will help you find medals a little easier, so be sure to keep an eye out. Once you have enough D medals, you can begin the mental training against other Z Warriors, enemies from the past, and even yourself.
Yes.
Finally, a unique way to power up your party is through the community boards.
Oh dear.
By progressing through the main story, or helping out different characters from the Dragon Ball Z world through subquests, you will be gifted with their soul emblems. By placing these emblems on the community board, you can increase the board's rank, giving you access to its community skills. These skills will provide helpful effects on your adventure. There are 7 different community
you're getting
boards,
like little
and
bonuses.
each provide different community skills. Placing specific soul emblems next to one another will activate what's called a link bonus. Activating a link bonus makes it easier to raise a community's rank. You may also be able to hear some exclusive dialogue between characters.
Father and son.
As you can see, the world of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is filled with many ways to grow stronger and defeat the most fearsome enemies that stand in your way during the adventure. That's all for today, but keep your scouters on the lookout for our next videos on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Get ready for the full version of the game, coming on January 17th on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
He's riding a tampon.
What? Hey, this is Peggy 12, Lydia.
Oh, sorry. Look away.
Okay, so, yeah, again, it was a little confusing there. The way that you progress, I mean, the way you progress the most, I assume, is just leveling up through combat.
I would have thought
all
that
this stuff about collecting random floating Z's or D medals in order to learn new key attacks.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Seems a bit strange. Seems like just padding. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like fetch quest kind of things.
Yeah. It's just like how can we take this game that's probably about 8 hours and pad it out to 30 hours?
Yeah.
Well, I know. Let's send these people on weird quests that make them just fly around the sky collecting orbs.
Yeah.
And you have to come back and exchange the orbs for training, and then you have to do the eating to get your bonuses, and then rinse and repeat over and over, right? And then I'm sure it'll be like, oh, Mr. Satan needs you to go do something for him.
Find a
and bring
rock
it back.
over here. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Piccolo looks so unimpressed in that cut there. Okay, let's pause right here, right? For example, you're looking at this. First of all, we don't really know what these numbers mean because we don't really know all the information about like stats, like what characters' stats are. But +1 to melee attack sounds very low.
Yeah.
Or 2% to melee attack, +2% to melee attack seems so minor of a boost that you'd be better off just pushing the attack button once or twice more than wasting your whole time going to the city to get someone to cook you a meal to give you a 2% bonus. It's gonna last for 3 minutes.
That's kind of dumb,
right?
Yeah.
So obviously you would eat this mid-combat, but you would think that most people would just be like, screw it, I don't need that 2% bonus to run through this whole rigmarole. I'd rather just do one more combo, or like kick them up in the air and axle them down and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's to each their own, right? They had a very similar thing in Final Fantasy 15, where they had like the meals they cooked at the end of the day, right? And then, but I think there were more bonuses to that. Like it could influence how much experience you were gaining and stuff like that. Maybe that'll come into play as well. Right? But the little bonuses, like +2% to attack, it's like, I take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm interested. I find it interesting that they're like, or you can eat at home because Chi-Chi can make you food. You're like, oh my god, that's brilliant.
Well, that's always been the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is Chi-Chi cooks for like the whole crew, right?
Yeah.
There's a few times like Piccolo and even like other people are at Goku's house eating, and Chi-Chi's got to make these insane big meals, right?
So,
okay.
like, I guess so the bonus of eating out is that you don't have to get ingredients, whereas if you eat at home, you have to buy ingredients. Makes sense. Just like real life. Yeah.
Yeah. Same with like they showed like you could cook at a camp or something, and it's like, yeah, okay, same thing there too, right? Where you needed your own ingredients based on the better NPCs you killed, or villains, I guess, you killed that were not obviously main villains, but like dinosaurs and that type stuff. You get their meat, then you make food. The better food you have, the better bonuses you get. So it's very much in the same line as Final Fantasy 15 from that perspective. I almost wonder if they took inspiration from it.
This looks so annoying. Like
this
looks
doesn't
like
look fun at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I hope it's fun, but this looks tedious.
Yeah.
But it gives you a reason to fly, I suppose. Otherwise, the only time you'd really be flying is you're flying to your next battle.
Enemy, yeah.
Complete training exercises, yeah. So it was like, yeah, you got to do all these things, and then you got to go and do a training exercise to learn special attacks. So if you look here, let's go step back just a little. Consecutive energy blasts. I mean, that should just be a given for Goku, or pretty much everyone. It's just rapid fire, blah 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 blah. Right?
Does it even like in the anime? It doesn't hit anyone ever.
It never works.
So why
never works ever. The only time it ever worked. Okay, the only time it ever worked in the anime was when Gogeta did it to Broly. That's the only time ever that a technique worked. Okay, and it's freaking Gogeta Blue. Okay, it's a little different.
All right.
Guided Kamehameha, Super Kamehameha. I don't know what this rock paper scissors thing is, but okay, whatever. We'll just move on. Spend D medals to get special techniques, like whatever. So this looks like it's part of the whole training up. Is you're gonna have to go and find these things in order to train up your dudes, and then you do mental combat, which this is a thing that really happens in DBZ. You've seen it a few times where they're like
combat.
Yeah, it's like spirit combat or mental combat. They do it in Super a few times where like it was Goku and Gohan sitting across from each other, and they were trying to like think about how would Krillin do in the Tournament of Power, and so they're like both sitting there like this, and inside their minds they're fighting each other. right? And one of them was the wolf, and one was Krillin. But I mean, this seems a bit weird because it's like Vegeta versus Nappa, and it's like Vegeta would kill Nappa and Raditz in one hit. But I get it. There's not really, like, when you try to turn Dragon Ball into an RPG, there's not really enough characters. Even though there's so many awesome characters, there aren't enough to be like, hey, just fight all these random things. It's like, well, they're not really interesting. It's more interesting to fight the characters that are known.
Yeah,
right?
fair.
Like Raditz or Nappa or Frieza.
Yeah, true enough.
Right, so that's kind of cool. The community board, I didn't fully understand.
I think it's like
Side quests, basically.
Yeah,
right?
side quests where like you just do stuff for like maybe non-playable characters.
Yeah. You just do these side quests, and then you get these bonuses, right? Mm-hmm. These are active community bonuses. So okay, +1 again to melee attack. That's not thing. It's not worth even doing this.
Like 15%, yeah, right. Okay. 50%, yeah.
Support gauge initial value plus, like, that's
you have to work
right?
up to that. I see.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. You have to work up to it. But when you're talking like +1%, it's just like, I don't care. It's not worth it enough, right? If it was like +20%, then it'd be like, okay, it's worth doing, right? It'll be just interesting to see how it all plays out. Again, this is kind of taking inspiration from Final Fantasy 15 with its like board that it has for selecting skills and it giving like very small boosts to your stats. So I think I never noticed that before actually, but yeah, I think it took a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it still looks great. Yeah, looks fun.
The game's gonna be awesome, I think. But from what I've read online, right, there's a lot of tedious combat in the game,
I can believe,
right?
yeah. I mean, you can see kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I can see it here in just the trailer, right? So it's like, it does look like there's going to be some tedious combat, but it also looks like there's going to be a lot of moments that are really cool and loyal to the original content, right? So I'm hoping for a great game. It's obviously a day one buy for us, but I hope it's good enough that it merits a sequel, and that they'll be doing like a Dragon Ball Super Kakarot, you know, or even the original Dragon Ball.
You don't think they'll just make DLCs for that?
No, because usually a lot of DLCs are kind of half-assed. You know, like it's like, sure, they gave you some extra content, but they didn't get the whole team back together, right? So Dragon Ball Super is a whole new 100-episode arc, right? You can't do that with just DLC.
True.
Unless you're doing it over like 3 or 4 years of just like throwing out one of the sagas, like, you know, Frieza's Return, Battle of the Gods with Beerus, Universe 6 arc, and then so on and so on. Right? I don't see them doing that. I think they'd rather make a sequel, probably put it on the PS5 and collect the big bucks, right? Rather than just do DLC that a lot of people won't buy, right? Anyways, I think that's really all there is to say for now. We're obviously psyched about the game, but I also say that it's healthy to be cautiously optimistic. We've had a few people be critical of us, just saying that we're cautiously optimistic, but I mean, this game, let's be honest, guys, it's not... We all know that Dragon Ball games in general are never like on the same tier as like a Final Fantasy, right? Yes, they're great for us because we love the nostalgia. We love Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I have so many Dragon Ball anime figures over there. If I could point the camera and somehow get it to recenter on myself, I would. We have so much Dragon Ball stuff, but it's like, ultimately, is it going to be a 10 out of 10 game? Probably not. Maybe like an 8 or 7 or something like that. Still, I'm looking forward to the game. So let's wrap her up.
Okay, guys, let us know in the comments below what you think of this trailer. Do you think that it's very informative? Do you think that there's still some question marks? Let us know. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, give us a like and a share. Likes are very important for our channel. It gives our tiny channel exposure, and we need your help to freeze us, so like our stuff. If you want to follow us on Twitter, our handle is YouAreDorkalicious, and we also stream live weekly on Twitch. Our handle is super_Dorkalicious, and we'll see you next time. It's been Lydia.
Yeah, I'm Kitty G.
And it's been fun dorking out with you. Bye!
Bye. I think that was fun. Did I say enough?
Yeah. Hey guys, this is Lydia. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Give us a couple likes and a share. The likes are super important because every time you like, it gives our channel a bit more exposure. So please like. If you don't want to follow, at least like. Please, please, please. Also, if you want to chat, please leave a comment down below. Also, if you want to chat more frequently, we are on Twitch. The channel is called super_Dorkalicious, and we stream pretty much daily, and we stream like video games, karaoke, fun stuff. So just pop on over to Twitch, super_Dorkalicious, and definitely engage with us. So, but for now, please like and share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.